today's episode of The Daily Blend. And today we are joined by some of the cast of this year's That's What She Said Columbia. And we are going to find out who are the most influential women in their lives and why. And we are going to start with Robin Schweitzer. Robin, who's the most influential woman in your life and why?
I'm going to go with my grandmother, the late Shirley Schweitzer. She was a brilliant woman. She got her doctorate later in life. A wonderful mother, a wonderful human, humble, brilliant, and the older that I get, the more I admire her ability to balance all of the things that she was and to do it respectfully. And one of my greatest memories of her is addressing a wedding invitation to Dr. and Mr. Shirley Schweitzer. Yeah.
Love that. Okay. We're going to go to Alejandra Gudino.
Thank you for the Gudino. I want to go with my mother. Her name was Nelly Noemi Arias. And she was a strong, unapologetically opinionated woman who grew a space in our home and let us know that it was okay to offer our boys independently of who like it or who may not like it. She also cooked delicious food, and our tables were always full with friends and people that came from different places. We move often, we move countries, and my mom always keep us grounded.
Love that. And now, Audra Sergel.
I'm also going to go with my mother. Her name is Deanna, and my mom put herself through her undergraduate as a woman who grew up in a one-room Appalachian house with an outhouse. She did beauty pageants in order to put herself through school. And then later, while we were still at home, she managed to get her master's degree, and she balanced so many things. She was my dad's biggest supporter, our biggest supporter, and still managed to write beautiful poetry and cook meals and build a home, and just the strongest, most beautiful person. So, yeah, that's my mom, Deanna.
And we were able to catch up with the other ladies, if that's what she said, as serendipity. I'm here with Takia Thomas. Takia, who is the most inspirational woman to you and why?
I have to shout out my grandmommy. Growing up without a mom, my mom died when I was very young, and it affects a person in ways I think I will be unaware of for a very long time. That woman, my grandmommy, completely stepped in and became the constant figure that I needed at every single point in my life. She was one of the first people to really see me, to show me patience. She is just the most generous and elegant and kind. Yeah, I have to give a shout out to my grandmommy for sure.
I am here with Miss Barbara Harrell. Miss Barbara, who has been the most influential woman to you and why?
Well, without a doubt, it was my mom. My mom raised me as a single divorced parent at age 6. And I can't remember a time until she was 84 years when she passed that she was not in my life. She did everything. When I was small, she held my hand. She made sure I got where I needed to go. If I didn't have things, she made sure she worked a little bit longer so I had the extra. So I never was without. We would go on vacation, just the two of us, and go on the Greyhound bus, go to St. Louis, stay in the Y, and have 3 days of our own. She was always planning and always made sure I was inclusive in everything that she did. Whether it was babysitting, somebody else stayed with me, she always would come right back because she didn't want me left alone. So it's my mom.
Effany Andre, who has been the most influential woman in your life and why?
The most influential woman in my life is the one and only Miriam Edwards, aka my mother. She is the one who pours so much life into me since I was a young age. She's always told me I was the best, the greatest, the amazing, whatever the case may be. She always instilled in me confidence, and she told me I could do anything. I have no interest in science or saving the world, but if you ask her right now, can ethnic cure cancer? She would say, absolutely. Yeah, my daughter will save the entire world. She has so much faith in me, and she tells me to keep on going no matter what it is. She raised my brothers and I a single parent, and she made sure to give us whatever we wanted to do in this life, and she done an amazing job. And I always have to give her my credit whenever I do anything, because I would not be here if she was not here to birth me. Duh. So shout out Miriam, I love you.
I am here with Dr. Elaine Chong. Elaine, who is the most influential woman to you and why?
Adonika, during my childhood, it was one of my sisters. And once I became a mother, it has been my daughter. Her compassion for others and her drive to do well and her creativity and bravery to be a woman leader inspires me every day. She says, Mom, it's not about just surviving. It's about thriving.
I'm here with Mary Wilkerson. Mary, who has been the most influential woman in your life and why?
Certainly my mother. My mother was amazing. She was a loving, caring, fantastic person, but she also was someone who told me I could do anything I wanted to, and that was really important to me. Unfortunately, I lost her when I was 23 years old, which was a devastating experience, but I was lucky enough to be hired by Libby Gill, who was an inspiration to me both on a professional and a personal level. She really showed me what a dignified, powerful woman could be. And so between those two women, I've been a very lucky human being.
Holly Paring, who has been the most influential woman in your life and why?
So the person I would want to talk about today is my grandma. She taught me about the importance of family. She took care of me and my cousins and my brother when we were little and just kind of helped out so much and just cared for us the way grandmother would. She always had lots of stories to tell, and sometimes I would get so bored sitting and listening to her stories. But over time, because I'm like, I know this story. I've heard it like 100 times. But now I would do anything to go back and listen and sit and listen with her. So yeah, she's a big influence for me.
So inspired by all these amazing women and so thankful to Allie Teagarden for bringing this whole thing together. And we certainly look forward to 2027's event. That's what she said. Thank you so much for joining us.